Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and boy, am I excited for a brand new Streamin' Demons live version. That's right, we're doing it live as we do every time. But we've got Saw X or 10 Sucks. That was bad naming for them. And Dark something, Dark 30, Dark something, Dark Board. I don't know. Something like that. All this more next Streamin' Demons. Hit it. There's no banter today. Just
Baby Yoda.
that's all I got. Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and boy, am I excited to have you all today. With me is a special guest because Box Human's on a sojourn. Is that a word? Sojourn? Oh, anyways, Aidan. Pleasure to have you, Aidan. I believe you were here before, yes?
Yes, I was. I think about much earlier this year or last year.
One of the years. It was
Yeah.
sometimes early. Yeah, we know it's sometimes earlier. Good for you. That's how
Sometime
time
after
works.
the pandemic.
Sometime between here and the pandemic start, you were
Yeah.
a guest. Well, I actually don't remember what movie you're talking about before. Do you remember it all?
I think I was talking about Ghostbusters.
Was it
and
Ghostbusters?
and and how it was.
Oh shit! You
Yeah.
had the fucking nanny and magician and everything like that at your birthday party. I remember
Yes,
now.
yes,
Oh
yes,
my god. Okay, I remember now. So for those of you who are just joining us,
yes.
the format's simple. We're just talking about movies now. That's all it is. We do a streaming one, and it's a new one or whatever it is. If you're to horror, this is your spot on the internet to get your streaming content in. Boxyman will be joining us next time. They're just on a special assignment called Day Fucking Off, I guess. I don't know. It's all good. But right now we have Aidan. And because I am extremely lazy,
No, you're not.
I am.
No,
We
you're.
always let the special guest go first. And by the way, for those of you at home, I reviewed something that the special guest is reviewing today. I didn't review it. I just said I just trashed it, and
Yeah.
they were so upset that they let me know that like, "Oh, you just trash everything." Da, 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 da. So here you go. Here's your redemption for you don't even know what it's called. Is it darkness? Is it dark? Is it dark
I
30?
know what
What's
it's
the movie?
called. I know
What
what
is it
it's
called?
called.
What is it called?
It's called Dark. It's
It's
called
called,
Dark, and it's a German show.
so
So,
it's not really called dark because that's not a German word.
well, yeah,
It's
obviously
like
the I don't know what the
just by
original
all my German listeners.
word
Sorry,
is,
Rapid.
but you're always like, nah, nah, don't in my podcast. And then the one time I listened to it, you're like trashing everything that I've ever said to you.
Everything. I
And so
didn't
I'm
trash
just like,
everything. It was just like
well,
one really bad show. And by the way, Ada's like, I want to do dark, or maybe Constantine. I'm like, Constantine. That's kind of random. Okay, go for that one. The one on Prime. I'm like, they rebooted John Constantine on Prime. Oh, about the John Wick. I'm like, oh, you mean the Continental? No.
well, it's very
A,
similar.
not horror.
Starts
B,
with con,
no.
and it's like
Starts with the same
several
letter. You're right. It has the
several
same letter.
syllables, same amount of syllables, and same three letters. It's a very,
It's a very
very,
common word. Continental,
very common
Constantine,
mistake.
continent. It all good.
And
Incontinent.
it is somewhat scary, just like
It's scary
Constantine.
how much I don't care about that show. I think that's the scary part of it because I'm like, oh, it's a prequel, and I know who can't die. Okay, whatever. I don't know if
I know, but it's scary because you don't know all the bad
he
things
doesn't lose any
that
limbs.
happen.
He can't die. He is not getting maimed. He's not
But
going to end up like the other guy can't die because he's in it too. So it's like I don't know. It's like watching Rogue One for me.
maybe you discover all these relatives and close friends that he had
Ah,
that
Pain, where are
hate
you,
him,
Pain?
and
Who cares?
probably
Thank you,
die
Doctor
in
Pain.
the end at some point in the season.
Ha ha ha. Oh, that's mean. You don't have to laugh about him dying like that. All right, so we decided on darkness. What is it called? Dark?
Yes, the show it's a series on Netflix
Oh god.
um,
Okay.
that is originally German.
Oh good. What can possibly go
So
wrong?
if you watch it in German, you have to like obviously read nonstop. There's a lot of dialogue, so I chose to watch it dubbed, which I think that's why some people may dislike it because then the lips is like totally do not
The
match
lips don't match the thing.
the words, and it almost sometimes can be a bit comical because you're like, oh, that's not the voice that I imagine that character having. It just it's
Like
off,
this? Most people don't know this is my real voice. It's not the one they think is coming out of me, but it comes out, you know what I mean?
And you just put it back in. What is that? So dark. What's about dark?
So the premise, if you know Stranger Things,
Yes,
and
I hate
I
that
think
one too.
most people who
Fuck, I
listen
hate Stranger Things.
know what Stranger Things
They
is,
know
right?
how much I hate Stranger Things. I like the first season. I can't remember the second season. Probably willfully can't remember it. After 3, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Are they in college yet? I think they actually are in college. The strangest thing is none of them have jobs. That's a strange thing for me.
One of them works in a mall.
Oh, great. Scooping ice cream. I think that was his job at the start of the show, though. He's still scooping ice cream. Awesome. Upward mobility right there. He
They're
saves the fucking
students.
world. He's still
What do you mean?
scooping
They're
ice cream.
students. Why would they all have jobs? They're like supposed to be like 12 and 15 or something.
But you know what the funny thing is? You're talking more about Stranger Thing than Dark because that's how shitty Dark is. You'd rather talk about Stranger Thing and
I,
what we do in the shadows, which I actually thought you thought like you're gonna say like the scary movie, like what the fuck scary thing? Like, on Prime, like what we do in the shadows? Like that's a scary one for you?
that was also really good, but that wasn't really
Ah,
scary.
nah, exactly. And guess what? You're still not talking about Dark.
Okay. All right. Well,
Welcome to every conversation with me ever.
okay. Well, it's just because there are a lot of there's a lot of common ground between the two shows. That's why I'm just trying to like set it up for people. But it's very complex, far
Who
more
cares?
far more complex than Stranger Things is. Okay, so it's a science fiction thriller
Ooh.
that originally started like a few years before the pandemic. I believe it ended right at the
It
pandemic.
ended the pandemic? This show ended the pandemic. Holy shit.
It
Maybe I should
ended in
watch this.
2020, the year,
Okay.
yeah. And it follows a group of people who live in this made up German town. Okay. And
They
there's
all-
like about 3 key families. And there's some massive like nuclear power plant somewhere near them. And there's underneath it, there's like a cave, and people who
You've already
stumble in there
explained
end up
way too.
traveling in
Oh my
time.
god. Oh my god. You finally got the traveling in time thing. You know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't get that fucking far. I
Well,
knew they were gonna travel in
you
time
watched
for the
like
very
half an
first
episode
episode.
and you fell asleep.
I watched whatever I watched. I'm like, oh, that's time travel. He's having a flashback or a flash forward, timey-wimey. Great. And that's all I need to know. Like, oh, he's gonna kill himself. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. Oh, like the kid's missing? Probably back in time. The other kid went missing? Probably back in time again. Why? Who knows?
Well,
Some German shit. I don't know.
well,
Hitler.
because of
Well,
the
is it
wormhole.
Hitler? Is it fucking Nazis? Please just say it's Nazis.
It goes back really far, yeah,
No
because
spoilers. No spoilers, but it's probably Nazis.
no, I'm not, there's no spoilers, but there's every time a character
Grandma's
goes,
cookies!
There's grandma's cookies in it? Well, shit, you should have said that before, son.
every time a character goes back or forward in history, it's in a period of 33 years, exactly 33 years.
Dude. You're always going forward in history. That makes no sense.
In time.
Back in history or
forward.
forward, also called time.
Okay, I meant time. Back in time or forward, okay? So there are periods that go like 1986, 1953, and then 1921, and so on. Okay?
Bingo.
So there's nothing really around World War II, but I guess near the
You
end of
just
World War
mentioned those years that are
One.
World War. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said Nazis, so I'm like, nah, not really.
I did not see that coming.
But what's really messed up is that they're characters who go back in time, and they grow up in the same town. So as they age, then meet themselves, but they're younger selves. Like it's so like mind twisting. So
Is
and
it?
it is.
That was
It really is.
that was the boring part for me. I'm like, oh, you're
No,
meeting
we
your
didn't
younger.
even get to that part. It's like you have to
Yeah,
watch like the whole first season to set up that stuff.
yeah, no, but I fleshed it out in my head. Honestly, the first half hour, whatever the thing I watched, the first episode, the first half hour, I fleshed the rest of it out in my head. That was
Well,
pretty damn close. I'm guessing,
mm,
except
I
Tara
haven't
Reid's
even
on it.
finished. I'm at the end of season 2 now. So
All right. Well, no,
um,
okay, so I'll give you a good shot at this. You watch it dubbed, but you can watch subtitles. But it's a lot of reading, and who likes to read? I agree. No one likes reading. And it is German, so something German actors who subtitled. What are the effects like? Are they practical? Are they CGI? I'm guessing CGI just for the hell of it. Sounds like something they would do. I don't think they're
there's
gonna.
really no need for special effects. There's nothing. I mean, when they go to the 80s, it's all the clothes, the cost, the outfits, the
Okay,
makeup, the hair are very 80s. When they go back to the 20s, it's again they have the cars and the everything matches that time period. But
it's
there's
the
no
German '80s though, which is basically the '70s or the '60s. They were behind a couple decades. The whole.
perhaps
I mean, is this East Germany or West Germany? It does
it's
kind
a
of matter.
fictional town, so it's not really.
Yeah, but they're still affected by a wall separating the
Well, it's not
Berlin
referred to
and
at
like.
all in this show.
Oh, so it's really fictional Germany, where apparently fucking communism didn't happen, World War II never happened. Boy, are Germans just like that fucking allergic to talking about World War II? They erased it from their history for sci-fi. How weird.
Uh,
Sorry, still have a chip on my shoulder for that one. Okay, so there's no real effects. There's what's it sound like? Sound.
it's pretty creepy, as you can imagine with the title. The theme song at the beginning, if you could find a clip of the theme song at the beginning, it's so
Getting so.
amazing. Like,
Can you hum it? Can you
no, no, no. But there's a the line in there that's like neither, never, nor ever. Um,
Boys, yo, yeah.
What? Yeah.
You're determined to trash this show, but
The
I'm telling
show.
you, it's a
Mine? Oh.
4.5.
You're giving it 4.5 Cthulhu's out of like 10?
I'm giving I'm giving it 4 to 5 out of 5.
Out of 5. That's just on the first season. Based on the first season, 4.5 out of
Based
5.
on well, I'm almost finished the second season, and the reason I wouldn't give it a perfect score is because the characters' names are confusing. Like I maybe
Hansel
because
Gretel.
they're German and like I don't like
Bob.
there's Michael and Mikkel, like those are easy to get, but then there's like other names that are like and I'm not sure sometimes who's who because there's a character that you think and then you realize, oh my god, that's that character. That is the same character, but in a different time period who's aged, and
Oh,
so it's
shit. Wait. Are you having a flashback to the House of fucking Dragon? Because that's exactly the show. That's the House of Dragon. You know that, right? It's like, oh, is this the? Oh, is she 12 or is she 30 or what? Is that the same person? And who's naming these people? Dothrakis? No, I don't know, dude. So are you doing a House of Dragon? Are you saying that Dark is like the worst parts of the House of Dragon?
well, I don't know. I haven't seen House of Dragon.
You've never seen the House of Dragon.
No, I've seen Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
All right. Have you seen the Hobbitses?
Hobbitses.
Yes.
It's the same fucking concept. Elf names, Hobbit names. Actually, Hobbit names are pretty normal, but elf names are fucked up. I can't even. Is Justin Bieber an elf? I think that's one of the elf names. God. So you give it 4.5 out of 5. Well, fuck. Oh man, can I follow that? Damn it, I have to follow it. Brannyk. Damn it, Brannyk. I got this, Jimbo. I'll follow it. Oh boy, no, fuck off. All right, now we'll make this a short one. Okay, let's give him some Mega Enough beer. Mega Enough beer, Jimbo. Yeah, more of that stuff. I love it. All right, so my movie is Solex. Socks? Socks. Saw 10. Fuck. That could be more confusing. My movie Saw 10, it came out this year. Right now, I believe this week was the first weekend out. That means if you're still listening to it, don't listen to some German dub thing. Don't listen to dubstep. Go to Saw X. If you were a fan of the first, apparently 9 or 10 of them, because I don't know if they counted the remake, the Spiral. Is that part of this universe? I'm not really sure. Is that a brand new thing? I'm not really sure where in time this is. I wasn't paying attention that much. I had a big ass drink. I had like a fucking fishbowl drink in my hand. Toes in the sand. That's all I need. So it follows the journey of John Kramer. I'll read it from the IMDb. A sick and desperate John travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer. Only for his cancer. I can almost read this again. Only to discover the entire operation is a scam to defraud the most vulnerable. So you have something where they're making Jigsaw more of a person versus just a spooky guy who kills everyone. That gives them more of a character line, and they kind of sink it in from there. It is interesting in a way, and it's also hard to see in a way. So it's interesting because they are fleshing out this guy a little bit, but it's hard to see in a way. If you ever had someone dying slowly in front of you, this movie gets kind of tough to watch. I'll give a heads up on that one. It's kind of like, oh, there were parts I'm like, hey, can't we just kill the kids now, please? Instead of watching an old guy die slowly in front of me. That'll be awesome. It's a plot that we've seen before. It's the vengeance trope. It's the they wronged the wrong guy. The wrong guy. Boy, English language is dumb. But they did wrong to the person they should never mess with. And you start cheering for the guy who's killing everyone in other movies. If you watched the movies before, you see in Carell's, he's in the first one, and you kind of root for the people a bit. This one, you're not rooting for anyone at all. What do you think, Aidan? This is one time special guests start having a conversation with me, by the way.
Well, I actually would have no desire to watch Saw 10.
Who cares?
But I saw the first two, and I truly, truly love the first one.
You love Baby Yoda in the first one? He was very small. He was only 30. He could barely walk. So you like the first one, yeah?
Yeah. But when the same guy who played Princess Bride, I think.
I just said curious.
Yeah.
That
that
I'm so glad that people are paying attention.
Well, you
Conversation I'm having with him.
Yeah, but not a lot of people don't know that it's the same guy from Princess Bride. Because he's older and it's like a much darker type of film. So
where did you watch it at? Did you watch it here?
To see Saw.
You didn't watch it. Okay. Did you watch it in Quebec?
Yes, I watched it in Quebec. Yes.
Did you see Saw or Decadence?
No, just Saw in 2004. It's almost 20 years ago.
Okay, so you didn't watch it because the Quebecois title is Decadence.
Oh, okay.
Which makes almost no sense, but apparently Saw doesn't translate.
Yeah, no, I was tricked by a friend
who
told me that it was another film because they knew I wouldn't have seen a horror film. But they tricked me, and I thought I was seeing something else. And then by the time I realized what it was like, it was too late.
What time did you realize you were seeing something else? Because it starts out pretty gruesome.
Well, I watched like 20 minutes of trailers, and previews before you.
That is true. It's been brutal.
And I don't know, like it was still like I thought. Anyway, in the end, I was glad that I saw it. The premise is great.
You glad you saw?
It was so good that it made that. That's the only reason I watched the second one, because I thought it might live up to that kind of expectation. But the second one was not as good, and then so I just basically figured that the third will
somewhere around 7. You're like
go down from there, so I didn't really try again.
I think you might like 10.
Oh yeah,
because I'm in the same boat. I watched the first one. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I honestly don't think I watched. Maybe I watched the second one. Maybe, but I don't have a great impression on it because I'm like, oh, okay. It was something like there's another one I watched later on that was like number 6 or something. I skipped a few. I was like, "Oh, it's on TV. I don't wanna turn my TV off."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, just leave it on, I guess, and fall asleep to it." And that was how I watched the other one.
Well,
So
it's obviously a
I'm
good
yeah,
formula that works for them. That like if they keep, it's like the Fast and the Furious, right? They just
paint
keep.
by number. Oh god, yeah, talking about my Twitter feed or my X feed or what the hell it is now, Threads, I guess. But yeah, there's a formula. Things will happen. People have tried to make the decision if they wanna cut their left ear off or get their throat slit, whatever. It's like,
Mm.
"Oh, decisions. One will lead to escape, the other one will lead to your death,"
Or someone else's death, right? That's so often like this person
Oh,
that you love.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a small swerve here for this one. So, it's the same formula except that here, the first act is really a first act. It's the first one the first act is like, bam, you're right in the action, you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Number 10, the first act is an actual act. You're building up the character of John, in which, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy, but he's been doing this for a bazillion years now. Tobin Bell. Let me see, Tobin Bell. I wanna say Tobin Bell is Jigsaw. Yeah. Holy shit. He is, I do believe, the original Jigsaw. I'm pretty sure people are like, "No, he's not. Damn, he's someone else." Like, "Oh, whatever. I don't give a shit." I actually don't give a shit. I think he's the original Jigsaw. I'm going with that. And to have him still do it after all these years, like 20 years, the same character, especially like he wasn't not a young, spry guy. It's kinda like the Count Dooku of it all. But he's there, he's fleshing it out. He does a great performance. I love him in it. The the other people who are in it all do really well. The acting's top notch. It really is. Shawnee Smith's back as Amanda. And if you ever play Dead by no, I'm not gonna do the voice. Dead by Daylight, you're like, "Oh, I get it now. Yeah, cool." And it makes you wanna boop the nose and try to run away. There are obvious things when you don't know anything at all about Saw. If somehow you didn't watch any of the movies in the last 20 years, like, "Oh, Saw X. I can't wait to see a random ass fucking sequel to a movie I've never ever watched before." If you're that person, you just got out of a coma 20 years ago. You're like, "I'm gonna go to the movies today." Damn it, it's either this or Haunting in Venice. Might be too scary for Haunting in Venice. But you will see there might be some formula early on. You're gonna guess that they're gonna screw him over. You're gonna guess all these things are gonna happen. You might not know who John is, but he's very, very intelligent. And his intelligence, not just in game mastering, but in other aspects of the physical realm and physics and just being a psychologist really come into play. Uh, Gore, yeah, there's some gore. There's some parts where I'm like, "Oh, man, I wish this was kind of fast forward to this one part right here." I won't tell you what it was, but it's fast forwardable. The characters are flawed. They all have their own issues. They all try to work through their issues, and he is more of a mentor figure in this one because you're seeing the behind the scenes instead of just the people struggling. Like, the people struggling are almost secondary. So it really is a more fleshing out of the character, and I liked it for that. It's about an hour 50 something. There is a small scene towards the end credits, but nothing like Marvel does or did, I should say. Eh, you know what? It's an hour 58. It's a good way to kick off October for Halloween. If you are into gore, it is a gore movie. If you're not into gore, just skip this movie entirely. But if you're okay with gore, you want to see an okay movie, you can do much worse. I'm gonna give Saw. You gave Dark 4.5.
Yes.
I'm giving Saw 4.56. Ha!
What?
That's right, because it's got to be better than Dark,
Good.
even though it is decent. Honestly, it's more of a 4 for me,
Does
but
it have the same formula though? Like where you like a twist ending or some kind of like
I'm not
surprise?
spoiling shit,
Yeah,
so
you
I
say
can't tell you.
Is there a twist?
I'm not saying anything, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Some people
Spoiler
might
free is spoiler free.
want to see it if there's a twist.
Well, then they should watch a different podcast and see if there's a fucking twist on it, because I don't spoil shit.
Well, that's not
Anyways.
spoiling anything. You're not saying what the twist is.
Even if there's a twist, there's always a spoiling.
The twist is that he speaks German. He speaks German fluently.
You write or watch enough movies, you just dissect them, which is why Dark was very boring for me. I've seen that shit before. I was like, oh, this is done. This is already done for me. But this honest rating 4, maybe 4.2. That's out of 5. That's my final offer. Now, oh man, you know what though? God, I have to say, I will tell you one twist. Are you ready for one single twist? I'll give you it.
Mm-hmm.
There's one time where the guy was running from John. And this is early on in the movie, maybe even midway in the movie. And this dude's just like hauling ass, but then he starts cramping up. And you know, if you're running, it's kind of bad to cramp up, especially when a killer's like chasing you and you have to get out before, you know, this is all happens in Act 1, by the way. And damn it, I felt so bad because I was drinking the one thing that helped the killer escape John. Not the killer, but, you know, escape John. Liquid IV. If only they could share some Liquid IV. I'm like, damn it, if he just would have stopped for Liquid IV, he would have been outrunning John and not have like done those horrible bloody things get done. So if you have wronged Jigsaw in some way by doing some shady cancer treatments, or wronged anyone doing a shady cancer treatment, boy, Liquid IV is going to drop my ass for this. Maybe if you need to outrun them, you should probably get some Liquid IV. I like cherry flavor, if that's a flavor. If not, Schnauzleberry. That's a flavor, right? Right now, get 20% off when you grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free or any other variant at liquidiv.com and use code HauntedMTL at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code HauntedMTL at liquidiv.com. Yeah, I use it. The guys in Saws should hell use it. They would have gotten away, but too bad they didn't. That's it. So there you go, Liquid IV. Thanks for the spot. Anyways, so paying the bills. All right. So like, I was like, they're fucking a pie. So he had more Liquid IV then, and then this guy's running away after fucking over a cancer patient. Awesome. That's their image right now. That's their brand. liquidiv.com. So, what do you want to plug, Aidan?
Well, around this time of year, people tend to buy a lot of candy, a lot of chocolate. So I thought if someone is into getting chocolate and doing some good in the world, they might want to buy a brand called Peace by Chocolate, which is a company that was set up by a Syrian family that came here after the war.
Syrian? Like
yes.
Syria?
Syria,
Syrian.
Not
Syria?
They came
to different countries, I know that. They came to Canada.
Yes, one of the Canadas. The Canadas. And settled in this small town in Nova Scotia, and they had no like other skills apparently than to just continue making chocolate.
Grandma's cookies.
They make grandma's cookies. Oh my god! I make chocolate. It's chocolate. What kind of chocolate is it? Hey everyone, I'm Mick McGee from Bite Size Horror. We might have a season 2 coming out, but I heard chocolate. I love chocolate so much. Where's chocolate? I want a piece of my what?
Are you done?
What's it called?
Peace by Chocolate.
Peace by Chocolate. That's my favorite chocolate in the whole wide world. I hear Assyrians or Sumerians are part of it too. Oh wow!
And they have like the cutest like Halloween bars now with like
ghosts. Halloween. I love
Halloween. And pumpkins and if you go to peacebychocolate.ca, you can get 10% off your first order.
Wait, why is that car? Is a
caca? It's a chocolate stop, though. Is it that car or car? It's car, huh?
Yeah.
Car. All right, Mickey say bye-byes.
Sorry, he's past his bedtime because he heard the CHOCLA, whatever how you spell it, word, and it
Mhm.
kind of got him ramped up. So it's peace by that word.com, huh? You can say it.
.ca.
Not CA. So what's the website again?
Peace by chocolat.
Dude, you might want to say this so anyone understands you.
Peace by chocolate.
Yeah.
.ca.
So is it PICE or
No, like
PEACE?
peace, like International Day of
So
Peace.
PEACEBY
Right.
CHOLCATE.ca.
CHOCOLAT.
Don't have dyslexic have a spelling bee today. So it's peace as in peace and love. Got it. By chocolate. That's
Yeah, it's a nice play on words, and they want to promote peace in the world by making everyone consume their chocolate, and it was
diabetes and shit.
something that was given to Trudeau, which was given to Biden, so it's got like a lot of international buzz from that exchange, and
Okay. I dig it. I like
it's
peace and I
honestly
like that
very
other word.
very good.
If you are in the CA land, go check them out. I dig them. And for me, I am doing Teeny's Creep Week. Oh boy. October 6th to the 15th, Haunted Discoveries brand new series. Friday, October 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern Pacific. And by the way, I might be having a little bit of talk with these people coming out new on what's cracking. And of course, History's Most Haunted season finale. Friday, October 13th, 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific, only on T&E. Go check them out. They have a free preview for Creep Week. That is October 6th to the 15th. Love them. T&E on TV. Check them out. And that is my plug. So, on behalf of myself, Jim Phoenix, my special guest, Aidan and Nick McGee, who stopped in for a half minute, and probably Payne, who's probably passed out with Mega Duffy right now, I bid you all good day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
That's the outro music. Got it. You know who didn't call in today? Tara Reid.
One day, man.
Oh. Wait, just hold on. All right, Tara, we're on the outro, but what's up?
Yeah, I just want.
Okay, nope, that was Bigfoot. I'm getting better at that. Screening Bigfoot instead of Tara Reid.
I hear a cat.